Speaker, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Madam Speaker, I stand to support the report. Mr. Speaker, this report came and it was really well done by the committee. They have engaged the Public Service Board very well, and everything in the report is very adequate. The board accepted most of their challenges, and they never refused, and they're going to say that they will set up and make sure that they uplift their standard to make sure that things are in order. I so much support the committee for the hard work they have gone through to get this full report. I stand to support. Thank you.
Yes, Majority Whip.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, my name is Adam Al-Abdullahi. Madam Speaker, I take this opportunity to thank the committee for a very good report that is before the House, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this report is a very good report that, if adopted, is a very good report, and the committee left no stone unturned about the observations and recommendations are concerned, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I support the report and pray that the House adopts all the with all the recommendations made by the committee. Thank you.
Honorable Yaqub.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It's quite a good report, but Madam Speaker, on issues of promotions, Madam Speaker, we are part of the public. We have been visiting some of these offices and institutions which comes under this board, Madam Speaker, and for sure we know there are individuals who have masters, Madam Speaker, who have been working for the last 40 years, Madam Speaker. They have the relevant degrees, and yet they are not fairly being promoted, Madam Speaker. There are those who have just been in service for the last 10 years. They may have a relevant qualification, Madam Speaker, but they have been quickly going through cadres from job group K, L, M, up to even P, Madam Speaker, and that is quite not fair, Madam Speaker. And I had, even yesterday afternoon, a first-hand experience where a worker just shared, specifically from the Department of Health, that is fellows who have basic degrees and who have been working for only less than 15 years are being promoted to job group P's, while him who has a basic degree and who have masters, Madam Speaker, and who is now doing doctorate, Madam Speaker, is stuck in one job group for the last 7 years, Madam Speaker, and that's quite not fair. And I think the committees could have looked, before they present their report, they have quietly could have invited some individuals from different departments and so whether there was a fair promotion in the system, Madam Speaker, and in future, let the committee look into that, Madam Speaker. Secondly, on issues of land administrators who have been dismissed, Madam Speaker, unfairly before. Let me say unfairly because the issue went to the courts and then they have been returned back to the service, Madam Speaker. The committee have not clearly stated the circumstances under which they have been returned. Of course, I'm sorry, it's not the circumstances, but whether those who have been returned to the service have got their due, which they have lost while they are away, Madam Speaker. Thirdly, Madam Speaker, on issues of those who are employed under universal health care, there are two teams, Madam Speaker, especially during this surge of coronavirus. There are two teams which are employed under universal health care. There is a team that is taking only around 15,000 shillings allowances, and there is a group which was lately employed under universal health care, which are also getting a good amount of between 40,000 to 60,000. Madam Speaker, the committee has not stated specifically what is the difference in these two categories of individual who are both employed by the same institution and by the same organization. And I think the chairman should give us some elaborate on specifically on those issues. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I stand to support the report. Thank you.
Honorable Mohammed Shukri.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise to support, and my appreciation and goes to Honorable Chair and the committee who have done a very wonderful report. Madam Speaker, this is one of its kind in terms of detailed, Madam Speaker, and I commend the committee for doing that job well done. Madam Speaker, I wanted to comment on those land administrators that were dismissed unfairly and that were reinstated by the court. I sincerely thank that court who has reinstated those staffs, because as a former administrator, I have served the county with these colleagues of ours who have been reinstated by the court, and they were living in a very bad situation when they were unfairly dismissed. But thanks to the court, they were reinstated and they got their job back. Madam Speaker, the other areas I wanted to comment is where the committee observation, I wanted to appeal to the committee that on point number 8, observation number 8, that's where there is no staff on data on staff that are on casual terms, staffs that were retired during the period and review, staffs that were on temporary employment. These are a group of people, Madam Speaker, who normally we get their complaints. I remember one time there was a statement on the floor of this house, a certain person was unfairly dismissed by the finance department, and I wish the chair and the committee to look into this group of people, because many of them earn wages that are not commensurate to what they do, and they deserve, you know, a remuneration or wages that are in tandem with the work they do. Lastly, Madam Speaker, on the issue of observation number 12, the board is not fully independent. Of course, the board does not work in an island. It works under county government. But in terms of fulfilling, in terms of compliance, Madam Speaker, even if you look, the Constitution of Kenya under Article 52 requires that the people living with disabilities are given at least 5% of every employment opportunities or any opportunities under the new Constitution. It also requires, Madam Speaker, gender mainstreaming. So those are the issues that the committee on public service shall look into and shall follow up with the board until they are certified that these constitutional and statutory requirements are complied with the board. Thank you.
Honorable Member for Lafi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. First of all, I would like to thank the committee for a well-done report. Secondly, I think they have made some very good observations and recommendations. One of them is the issue of website, that the board does not have a fully operational website. Madam Speaker, in this age of the internet and the global village, it is important that the board fully operationalizes its functions through websites and the internet. Another observation, Madam Speaker, is that if you look at observation number 5, the board did not ensure equitable distribution among communities living in Mandera County. I think this is a serious indictment on the board because if you look at the Constitution, it talks about fairness, equity, and employment and resource distribution. So I will urge the chair and his committee to follow up on this matter so that it comes to a logical conclusion. Third point that was raised by Honorable Mohammed Guticha on the issue of the board not being fully independent. I think that's also a very serious matter, and we cannot just leave it like that. We need to, this as the oversight role of this county assembly, we need to make serious recommendations to the board to be fully independent from the executive or from any other entity that interferes with its operations. With that, I support the committee report. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The mover to reply. Yes, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I also support adoption of this report. But, Madam Speaker, I only want to raise two issues. The first issue is concerning promotion and there are a lot of complaints, Madam Speaker. And I concur with the committee. First of all, I want to thank this committee, Honorable Kula's committee. He has made a very good observation, Madam Speaker, and recommendation again. And I hope this recommendation is forwarded to the department concerned so that they look into these issues, Madam Speaker. This is the only body that employs our human resource. Madam Speaker, we know what happened last time in the last recruitment. And always we don't want to gamble, with our youths who are unemployed. And this is a new board. We had some issues with the previous board where the recruitment was having a lot of problems, and that recruitment was cancelled, Madam Speaker, taken to court, and later it was cancelled by the board itself. Those challenges, Madam Speaker, surrounds issues of transparency, issues of inclusivity, and even integrity of the board itself, Madam Speaker. Several issues have been raised. And today we have a new board in place, Madam Speaker, and according to the observation, still there are issues which are not being sorted out. Very small issues like website issue, Madam Speaker. Right now, this is an advanced world. We have the corona pandemic. We have a lot of challenges. Last time, during the recent recruitment of the staff, medical staff, we have seen several of them complaining that they applied and they're in Nairobi. Because of the lockdown, they could not come for the interviews. And today, we are talking about a board which has been given a budget of 56 million. I think there's something like 56 million, yes. Personnel emoluments is 23, and other operational costs is 33 million, Madam Speaker. So I don't know where this 33 million is going. When I looked at the items description and expenditure, I saw the breakdown. Apart from the traveling and the fuel and the general office supplies of 6 million shillings, and other office operation cost of 2 million shillings, Madam Speaker. And I think the Mandera County Public Service Board has a very few staff, apart from the commissioners and the rest, secretariats. So there are issues that we need to correct, Madam Speaker. And according to the report, I think the report is detailed, and those issues, among other issues, is the independency of the board. The board is not independent. Of course, we know the board is also part of the county government, but it's an independent body. So it is supposed to be doing its work without any political or interference from any other body. So, Madam Speaker, what we want, this board should take its work seriously. And I want to request the committee, Public Service Committee, to follow up even this budgetary allocation. Ensure, we don't know why they don't even have online system at this stage, Madam Speaker. Even shops, we have even hotels which are opened, kiosks having online things. I don't know why the ICT is not functioning with all this budget, Madam Speaker. So the committee should follow up and at least do something on the recommendations they have given. Thank you.
Honorable Kula to reply.
Speaker, just a bit of clarification. First of all, Madam Speaker, this is one-year report from January 2019 to December 2019. For the 2020, we are going to give the Assembly a report in December. So we are not yet done with that. On the issue of promotion, Madam Speaker, this delegated function, if you can dismiss, if you can even throw the whole report, please, as chairman, as committees, look into the delegated functions that was actually delegated to the department. Issues of promotions have been delegated to the department, every department. So it is not the work of the board to promote and redesign staffs. It should come from the department. The board is just a factory where you put in something, it channels it out. So it is up to the department and the chairman to make sure that their department actually promotes, redesigns, leave and everything they have to work on. For the case of healthcare workers, we have engaged the CEC this morning on the issue of promotions. And there are 470 staffs who are due for promotions. So we are following that case up. Land officers, of course, it emanated from the statement that was issued by honorable members on the floor of this House. And as a committee, we followed it up with the board, and we made sure that the ruling of the High Court is actually complied with. On the persons with disability, they have assured us that they are going to do affirmative action. Where persons with the disability might not have met a certain criteria, they have assured us that they are going to do affirmative action, especially for the gender and persons with disability. Website, Madam Speaker, we have engaged them, and we are just being told it only costs less than 100,000 by accountants. And I don't know why the board actually, but they have assured us this year, in our report by December, the website should have been functional and the people apply online. But one thing I want to congratulate the board is, for those who are held up in Nairobi and everywhere else because of the interview, they were able to do it online for them. So that is a plus. On the distribution of slots, it was only 17 staff, Madam Speaker, because this report only covers 17 medical staff. So there was nothing to be distributed in terms of even clans and whatever. So those are medical professionals who are actually recruited. Recommendations, the ones we have made, we have already told the board that whatever we recommend, they are going to be accountable to the Assembly by December this year, 2020. So we shall task them to make sure that they follow our recommendation. On the budget, normally the board has got 10 staffs, about 12 staffs, and they are short of 12 other staffs. So the board has never, in the history of this assembly, submitted their budget estimates. But this year we forced them to at least submit something, and they have done that. But this one also, as the majority leader said, we are following it up so that at least we get a proper breakdown of how the taxpayers' monies have been used. But come 2020, they will definitely give us a detailed report of whatever they have actually been allocated. So with that, I want to thank the honorable members for having supported the report. Thank you.
I I now put the question that this House adopt the report of Public Service, Conflict Management, Cohesion and Integration and Evolve Unit Committee on Mandera County Public Service Report 2019. As many as of that opinion say aye. As many as of that contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.